All right. I don't know which language I should be speaking. But I was yesterday trying this lying on my bed on my back while watching at the stream at the same time, so I was not even concentrating much. And I still managed to do it successfully. Took a while because it's quite slow thing, but most of my friends said that they failed miserably, so I want to try again. If I didn't even read the instruction, I was just started goofing with the keyboard. Oh shit. Okay, so the controls on the left I can control on my keyboard normal. Like this is, you can see the yav in the bottom is changing. So all of these numbers need to be put on 0, and then on the left side, yeah, now I'm using the right controls. And it's always a little bit, how to say, delay. Okay, so yav is now correct. Now let's start going forward a little bit more. So press the E, which is the plus there. Now we need to change the pitch. This is really much negative. We can go a little bit faster. Now we start getting correct. Now I'm still 10. We can faster. So what I'm first doing is trying to get my spaceship straight, and then I'm moving it sideways and up and down with those other controls too. And I'm moving it a little bit down at the same time, and when I'm putting a nose up in the pitch control. So the other ones are like attitude, and the other ones are, oh fuck. I got lost with the controls, so fucked up the yav that we already fixed once. Pitch. Okay, and then the roll. I don't know which buttons it is, so I'm pressing it from these because now we are like wrong direction. We are like 12 degrees. As you can see, the space station is like sideways. I'm using mouse. And this claims that the user interface is exactly the same as they have on board of the actual Dragon. So what I'm doing with mouse here, they are doing with their touchscreen. At least, kind of. No, okay. All of that is quite near 0, so now I can start. Then on the middle, you can change it to, I think the blue one is now like the coarse, the precision, the coarse mode, and now, no, this one is large, this one is small. So the large one, which means that it's moving faster, it's making bigger. I'm going now a little bit too fast nearby. You can see the rate is orange. And when I'm doing these things, it will keep going as long as I do the opposite. So because in space there is no resistance of, so it's 0.4 meters off. And these ones we need to do all the time as we are getting closer, because the space station is a little bit moving and we are a little bit moving. Even there is no wind, but there is other factors why the controls are not exact. So I can still use the coarse ones now. And when we get more near, we are now 164. I was watching the real docking today, and the rate is okay. And now I put a little bit faster, so it's again on the orange. So we need to keep. Of course, the real one is having the autopilot, especially when they were really near of the space station, like 2 meters. There was the crew hands-off control. But of course, such a simulation wouldn't make any sense if it was autopilot. So that's the override, manual override. And it looked really like this. I was watching the whole thing, and they were showing how it looked from the camera from the station and how it looked from the camera in the front, and it really looked like this. And it was, they were coming quite slowly, and it was kind of boring, as it seems like that nothing is moving because there is no reference point in space. But so I'm just doing it for movement, and I always need to do the opposite. So now I need to click left and down. Now it started going down, up. So you always need to compensate the earlier, and then it's kind of overcompensating. And but so far everything is green. My YAV is not, it's minus 0.2, but that should be doable. At some point I should change the precision to the, because I think I now have the large movement. One thing, of course, in this one that I think in real life would be kind of a factor is the fuel consumption, so that you would need to do it with minimal amount of because like now I'm letting it to drift a little bit away, because as I said, there is no friction in space. So when I do an impulse, when I say, for example, up, it will keep moving up as long as until I say down again. So instead of doing movements all the time, you should need to minimize, keeping a straight anyway, but kind of minimize the use of the thrusters, because that's if you're using enough fuel, then you can't get back home anymore. So, and of course, it can't be exactly the same interface as there. But seeing what they did there in the real life, it seems really similar. It really seemed what they were seeing in their touchscreen panels there overhead. It really seemed the same. Okay, now I'm slowing down a little bit, and I'm changing to the smaller control, the more precision control thing, because we are now like 72 meters from. It feels so boring because with smaller controls, it feels like nothing is happening. That is the Node 2, the international docking adapter, whatever it's called. This game is awfully quiet, but it would be maybe annoying if there was some kind of rocket toaster sounds. But I don't know, I really, I'm not playing simulators, I'm not a flight sim guy, I'm not playing Kerbal space program, nothing. And if I would be flying those, I would be completely reckless, and just when I'm playing Grand Theft Auto, I'm just intentionally trashing the cars and going crazy. But And as I said, it was kind of easy to figure out. So SpaceX, if this is really the interface, they did a good work, because I was looking at some video about the Boeing capsule, and that's a fucking, it looks like a spaceship. It is a spaceship, but I mean, there are buttons like in a space shuttle or airplane everywhere, up and down, small buttons, big buttons, screens, switches. Think about the Dragon has 3 screens, and that's it. There are a couple of override buttons, but mostly everything is in these 3 touch screens. And it's so intuitive. So really, without reading the instructions, I can control a spaceship. And I think that's really, really cool. That you don't need, you really don't. It's kind of amazing that you can. And they said that the simulator was, that it was reacting exactly the same as the simulator. So theoretically, if you can manage in this game, you could be able to steer the real spaceship. Okay, but what I, so when my friends and also the SpaceX and the NASA people in the TV, they were all saying that they failed 2 or 3 first times, and then 3rd or 4th try they managed to dock. So I don't know. Of course, this is, if you saw the real thing, it's not an action game. Probably in the real life it was coming even slower than me now, or about the same maybe. But the whole docking took like an hour, but they did some stops and some tests meanwhile. But anyway, I mean, I don't really see how you would crash it. How is it that if you don't? Is it that if you are too fast that you don't have the patience to come like this slowly, 0.13 meters per second, or that if you try to fly it like an airplane with this pitch, yaw, and roll controls, meaning that you try to steer like airplane. Because in space you don't need to do that, because in space there is no friction, there is no gravity, you are not dropping down if you don't keep enough speed. There is no stalling. Stalling? There is no stalling, but there is no, how the fuck you pronounce it? Stalling? No, I don't know. But anyway, none of that. So you can really do it as slow as you want. You can do it really slowly. You can, as I did, you can first correct the attitude, the roll, pitch, and yaw of the spaceship, and then just adjust the X, Y, Z position when you are coming in. Or X is the distance, so of course that is, but that is controlled by the rate of. So now I'm 20 meters from. I will decrease the rate soon. Now even when I'm getting closer, even if I have the small, not the large, like the small adjustment, it's still feeling that, at least on the graphic, that my movements are much bigger than earlier. Even that might be just because of when I'm getting closer, the graphic is. But I guess that I need to stay in that green square that is in the middle, so that I'm in the tolerances between 0.2 meters. So again, if you didn't watch the reel, there is like soft capture. There is like a ring that, so it's first taking the soft capture. Now I need to slow down, by the way. I'm already like 11 meters from. So first this soft one, so that it's capturing some kind of this ring and like a some kind of bellows, and slowing it down softly, and then when that is done and it's like a stabilized, then there is these 12 hooks. You can see these small slots around. So then, only then, and they did some things meanwhile, because they needed to, the attitude control of the space station is normally a combination of gyroscopes from US part and thrusters from the Soviet part or Russian part. And first they kept it on the Soviet so that it can make more rapid movements if something needs to be fixed. But then when it got near to locking, they turned off that one and went on the American part, because it can't make any big movements when you're locking these 12 locking things, because it can fuck up everything if it moves. And then afterwards, after this soft capture was done, or whatever it was called, soft locking, then they turned everything back to normal. Then, or was it, no, first they pulled it and locked it on place, and then they turned back to normal. And then it still took like 2 hours doing all kind of procedures before they actually could open the hatches. They needed to pressurize the airlock and stabilize stuff and everything. No, this seems to go fine. Only I'm a little bit, I'd be worried about the speed, but I'm coming to really slow speed, so it shouldn't be too much that shouldn't push the space station off of the orbit. But as I said, I might be doing too much. Comparing the fuel consumption, I would guess that in real life I might be doing too much movement, that maybe using unnecessary amount of fuel. It seems to be drifting, like to be drifting to the right all the time. Now I'm in the area where it was 2 meters, which was the crew hands-off area in the real one. Did I brake too much? Now I'm coming really, really slowly. Let's go. Fuck. Fuck. I started doing mistakes now in the end. Oh, braking too early. Success! Woohoo! And so I think it's not too difficult. I think it's actually easy, and the user interface is really great. It's just that you can't be too, as in real life, it's not space, or it's not a race car. I don't know what were it like the settings here. Gravity on, Earth, flat. What the fuck? Why you can have a flat Earth? Is this for the flat earthers? I don't understand. Okay. Should we try again to be kind of like a fast? It's not a speed competition, but if I try to do it really quickly. Pitch, more speed. going way too fast because the indicator is orange. So that is fixed, and now I need to move the ship down. Then the roll. Wrong way around again. Yeah, it's a little bit off again. Pitch. How fast can we go? I have now the small control, so I didn't change it to the coarse, to the large. No, it doesn't matter. I think. Can we go faster? I need more speed. This can go wrong really fast. More speed. We are going soon 1 meter per second, which I guess must be much more than designed, but now we are in the red zone on the speed. Good. Then now the X distance is going really nicely. When should we start braking? I don't know. Okay, Crew Dragon coming in, hot. Okay, let's slow down. Going in too quickly. Slow down, slow down. Slow down, you fucker. Coming hot. Are we still too fast? We'll maybe push the space station a little bit. Woohoo! That was successful. That was fast. That was faster than the real thing. If you're in a hurry, call me. I don't know if I should try to crash it. Just in case. Now I have 3 times successfully done it. So okay, let's just crash it. Just to see. We put a lot of speed, and then if I fly it like an airplane, like doing extremes. Fast enough. Oh, the Java, I forgot to reset. That's why that was going a little bit out of control. Let's change that one. We are going somewhere. Lots of speed, and maybe I need to change this to the large. I need more control. Lots of speed. Good. Just crash it. Crash the motherfucker. Now I get these bigger controls, make it easier. Last time I was working with those. Oh, I can maybe put those back to smaller ones. Fly it like an X-wing. Crash it, motherfucker. Crash the fucker. What the fuck? Success! Even the type. Oh, that was fast. Okay. How can I really crash it? Should I steer it to the solar panels or something? Maximum speed. Ramming speed. Okay, now we have enough speed. Let's try to do some extreme movements. More speed. Yeah, now it looks like we are probably crashing. Oh, fuck. Are we missing it? We missed the fucking solar panel. Where can we? That's the Russian part of the station. Can we hit that one? Oh yeah. We were supposed to go there. We are going fast, but I don't know where. I wanted to crash. I'm fucking... Now I'm getting away from it. Can we go the other way around? Speed! Have a good roll. Let the good times roll. And I want to crash. Fail. You're too far away from International Space Station. Yeah, I don't know if you can. Probably you can crash, but fuck it. Okay, I think that is all now. Thank you and fuck you too. Not now. Stop.